unsettling hum vibrated through the air. On the nightstand, my clock was a vortex of motion. Its hands weren't ticking forward, they were spinning violently backward, devouring time, pulling the day back into a night that had already passed. A cold dread, sharp and sudden, began to prickle at the base of my neck as I realized the seconds were not just disappearing, they were being unwritten. I stumbled outside, desperate for the solid, unyielding logic of the city streets. But the world outside was just as broken. The familiar skyline seemed to ripple, the towering glass and steel structures subtly twisting as if they were made of wax under a hot sun. The very geometry of the world was coming undone. The straight lines of the pavement curving away into impossible angles. People rushed past me, their faces a blur, completely oblivious to the silent architectural scream of a city losing its mind. It felt like I was walking through a dream, a nightmare I couldn't wake from, where the only constant was the growing certainty that I was utterly alone in this unraveling reality. My frantic gaze caught on a darkened shop window, and for a moment I felt a flicker of relief seeing my own reflection. But the relief curdled into pure terror. I stood frozen and silent, but my reflection did not. It took a step closer to the glass, its movements fluid and independent of my own. A slow, predatory smile spread across its face, a smile I had never made, filled with a malice that was not mine. It raised a hand and tapped on the glass on the other side, an invitation into its warped world. And its eyes, my eyes, held a chilling, ancient knowledge. Panic finally took hold, and I ran. I didn't stop until I burst through my front door. The phantom smile of my doppelganger burned into my vision. The hum was louder here, drawing me toward my closet. I threw the door open, and there it was, a small black box, featureless except for a faint rhythmic glow. It hummed with a strange, impossible energy, the source of the wrongness that had infected my world. My hand reached out, compelled by a force I couldn't name. The instant my fingers brushed against its smooth, cool surface, the world shattered. The walls of my room, the floor beneath my feet, my own hands, it all dissolved. Everything fractured into a waterfall of shimmering green digital code. The buildings, the people, the malevolent reflection, all just lines in an endless script. My existence wasn't being unwound, it was being debugged. I wasn't a man losing his mind. I was a program